What is up, guys, and welcome to another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Takara Masterpiece MP-27 Ironhide.
And before we take a look at the figure and all of his accessories, let's take a look at the packaging. Now, you got some nice images of Ironhide in his robot mode and his Nissan Cherry Vignette mode. You got the Nissan logo right there, Takara Tomy, Transformers Masterpiece. On the bottom of this side of the box, you got the Autobot logo, MP-27 Cybertron Security, Ironhide, stuff I can't read, the Transformers logo in Japanese. On the top of the box, you got Transformers Masterpiece, Autobot, MP-27 Ironhide Security, Ironhide, Takara. On this side of the box, you have Ironhide shooting out some of his liquids, and then on this side of the box you got Ironhide and his vehicle mode, and on the bottom of the box you got things and stuff I can't read because it's in a different language. On the back of the box you got all of your obligatory product shots, stuff you can't read, how he scales with MP-20, MP-21 and MP-10. He can fit in MP-10's trailer, and all of his accessories, and that is it for the packaging. And taking a look at all of his accessories, first we're going to take a look at the biggest of all of them. You got his battle sled, which can plug in all of his stuff. This is a nice homage to the G1 toy, and I really think that even though it's a big hunk of plastic, it doesn't go into the vehicle mode, and that's really nice. So taking that and putting it off to the side, you also have his, I don't really know what to call this. It's like, he used this in the episode where the dam broke. I think it was the pilot, episode 2. He and Bumblebee used this to create new rivers. It does come with a missile. Now, my copy is used, and I think this is what attributed to it, is that there's black on it, so there's paint chipping on the chrome, so that is unfortunate. The turret itself can move, is articulated. You got some joints all up on there and can plug onto the battle sled. But yes, I would be careful with the actual putting in of the missile into the missile launcher, but it is in a nice chrome. Moving on, we do have another G1 accessory, and I'm not sure if he used this in the actual show, but the laser gun, I forgot what it's called, but this is a G1 toy thing. I, again, don't remember if it was in the actual show, but it's in a nice chrome paint with a gray handle that you can just put it into the hands in robot mode, but overall a very nice accessory. And then we have his laser pistols, just in a nice silver paint with some good molding. This is just an upscaled version of the Bumblebee gun, which is really cool and really nice, but that's it for these. You also get effects parts for his jetpack. These are just cast in a nice orange plastic with some nice white paint on them, and they just plug in like so. Speaking of the jetpack, taking the pieces out of the way, the jetpack is a very nice silver painted piece. You can see the screws in there, kind of, sort of, not really, but that just plugs onto his back. He also comes with an alternative face where he's screaming, he's angry, he's angry Ironhide. But that's it for the alternative facial expression. He also comes with his radar dish and the bones piece. I don't know what it's called, but the radar dish is just cast in a, or not cast, is painted a nice silver, and this is just a nice piece of thick cardstock. So he also does come with alternative hands. Now, these are all what the instruction call his liquid shooters. These hands with the holes at the fingertips, I'm pretty sure, are his fire hands, which are really cool. I really like them. However, when you put them in a specific way, it becomes kind of problematic, but we're not going to do that. These are just nice gunmetal gray. I forgot to go over that. And they just plug in, and I'll show that when we actually get to his robot mode. His next set are just red with they're just cast in red plastic, but with a nice glossy red paint over them. These I'm pretty sure are like fire extinguishers, if I remember correctly. But that's what these are. And then you have, either the cement or the glue. I don't remember which one. He has too many liquids coming out of him in his hands, but these are just cast in a gray plastic with gunmetal paint on them, and they also plug in the same way as both the other two hands do. And that is not it for accessories. Also included in this figure is a collector's card. You got a nice image of Masterpiece Ironhide, Transformers Masterpiece Ironhide, MP-27, Cybertron Security on the back. You have your obligatory images. You got his tech specs, and a whole bunch of stuff that I cannot read because it is in a different language that I don't know. So, yep. And here we have Ironhide in his van mode, which is what he comes packaged with. And before we get into anything else, let's take a look at the details of the figure. Coming in close here, the first thing you will notice is, or at least the first thing that I notice, is the Diaclone face. This is the face that would appear in the vehicle mode and the robot mode of the G1 Ironhide toy. And it was originally a sticker, but they actually sculpted it in here, and I think that's really nice. You can see this figure is mostly painted in a nice cherry gloss red, which is a fingerprint magnet, so like I would definitely steer clear of that. You got some nice paint, the black paint for the windshield wipers. You got a nice Autobot logo right there. You also got some tan or white around the headlights, which are in chrome. You got a nice chrome bumper, some orange for the floodlights. On this side of the vehicle, you got the windows also picked out, or not picked out, but molded in that nice translucent blue plastic. You got the stripe, which does transition from a light orange to a darker orange to a deeper orange, and I like that transition. You also got some silver for the handles of the doors. You got some silver for the rims on each side, and it's the same thing on the other side. It's just all that. On the back, you got some more chrome detailing for the bumper. Some nice translucent orange and red tail lights. You got some more black for the windshield wiper back here and some silver. You also have a, not a spoiler, but a exhaust pipe, which is also picked out in chrome. On the bottom, it's just robot mode stuff. And on the top, you got some nice gunmetal gray, where you can put the weaponry. But that's about it for the vehicle mode. Now, let's get into some size comparisons. Here we have him next to MP-12 Lambor. Here we have him next to MP-25 Trex. And here we have him next to Studio Series Deluxe Class 86 Jazz. And because these Masterpiece figures have been around for so long, especially figures like Ironhide, we are going to skip the transformation. This figure is not really that difficult to transform, so I will leave a link down to Emgo's review of the figure so that you can get a good, just way of how to transform the figure. Now, we're going to go from Ironhide looking like this to looking like this, and wow, this guy is incredible in robot mode. Now, before we take a look at anything in terms of size and articulation, let's take a look at the details on the figure. Now, what you're going to obviously notice is that head sculpt is very nice. I really do love this head sculpt. You just got some nice baby blue eyes and some gray for the face. Nothing really but mechanical detail and screws on top. The torso is just the front of the van mode. You got some gunmetal gray on the shoulders, some nice cherry red for the arms, some lovely silver on the crotch plate and the thighs, some more cherry red on the calves and such. On the back of the figure, you got some gunmetal gray right there and some more cherry red. Nothing really much to say about it in terms of paint, but he does have a lot of, also the hands are cast in gray. But I've just got him holding his, one of his pistols, because he does come with two. For articulation, his head is on a ball joint. He can look up that far and look down that far. He can extend his head and look down a lot, but that does that, and therefore you wouldn't want that to happen. So I just tend to keep it like that. His arm moves up that far, but that's mostly for transformation. These side panels do detach very easily, and this is on a nice audible ratchet. The shoulders can move back that far and forward that far on a nice soft ratchet. He does have a bicep swivel, an elbow bend at 90 degrees, his wrists swivel, his hands open on this side of the figure, just moving all this stuff up. He does have a nice split a little bit. It is impeded by these sections. Just lifting up one of the crotch panels, the figure can kick that far and then that far back. He does have a thigh swivel, a knee swivel, a less than 90 degree bend of the knee on a ratchet joint. He has up and down at the foot and a nice ankle pivot, but that's about it for the articulation of this figure. Yeah, I think that he is great, and for comparison, here we have him next to MP-12 Lambor. Here we have him next to MP-25 Trex. Here we have him next to Studio Series Deluxe 86 Jazz. And here we have him next to the most recent purchase of mine, MP-52 Masterpiece Starscream. All in all, though, I think that this guy is a really solid release, and even though the release was, I don't really remember, like almost a decade ago, the figure still holds up and is super solid, and I would highly recommend it to anyone starting to collect the Masterpiece collection. And this was my first Masterpiece version of a G1 character, and it looks really great now that I have 3 others on display with him. And he's super solid. Now, if you would like to pick this figure up, I bought this off of a third-party seller, so there is that. I will try and find a link to somewhere where you might be able to get it. I don't think that there is right now, which is kind of unfortunate because this figure is a really great figure, and I really wish there were other ways you could get it other than a third-party market like eBay or Mercari. But that about wraps it up for this video, and if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Here's your second reminder to leave a like, and stay tuned for my next review next week of MP-52 Starscream. Alright guys, follow me on Instagram at, what was it? The one Doma, the one movie guy. That one. That's my Instagram handle now, because I deleted my old Instagram because of stress. But we're okay now. Anyway, that's it for this video. See you all next week. Bye.